We got this little Harbor Freight pipe cutter here. That just went for a ride. I don't even know where it went. Oh, it went back here. Jesus Christ, how did that even happen? It's almost impossible.
I bought a car. It's a piece of shit on 4 wheels. My wife hates the fucking car. It leaks oil from all of the fucking seals. The lady across the street is a cunt. She calls the town on me when I work on the fucking car. Welcome to my car show, asshole.
Okay, today's brake day, and what we got in here is 25 feet of nickel copper, NiCop, right? 3/16 breaker. And that also comes with some fittings for $23, I believe. Anyhow, what we want to do first is we want to connect the master cylinder to the proportioning valve. So, to get you in here, this is the rear port of the proportioning valve that goes to the back brakes, and this is the rear port of the master cylinder. The smallest reservoir is for the drum brakes. The big reservoir is for the disc brakes. So we got to do like a crisscross into the proportioning valve. So let's get that out of the way first. This is going to be a long job. So nickel copper is the softest of all the brake lines, from what I understand. It's very easy to bend, as you can see. If you really hate yourself, you could use steel line, or stainless steel line is even harder to bend. But since we have a simple, cheap flaring tool right here, we're going to use the softest line we could possibly use, which is perfectly fine for what we're doing here. So let's get started. Just gonna have to do this, right? Cut a piece off, right? Cut a piece off. Need this little pipe cutter here, and we'll cut off a piece like this big and see what happens. Oh! Okay, we did a flare right here just to refamiliarize myself with flaring again, because it's been a long time since I've done it. But we should be able to, I mean, this stuff bends so easy, guys. You can just bend this like this by thumb and hand. Come on, bastard. Oh, that's the ugliest looking 90 I've ever seen in my life. But it will work. Oh god, that looks horrible. Okay, so this will screw in here. And here's where things get tricky. You want to go from here to here. I gotta get a marker for this. The radius that we get on a bend is like, it's about 1 inch. So if we want to go here, we have to go 1 inch back. So we want to start the bend there. We'll use our thumbs. And then bend to 90. Look at this, we use our thumbs. Bend to 90. Cut it right here. We're doing this by eye, guys, so if we say here, a little more for the flare, right about there. Did making brake lines just get fun? If I can bend this shit by hand, then making brake lines just got fun. We got this little Harbor Freight pipe cutter here. That just went for a ride. I don't even know where it went. Oh, it went back here. Jesus Christ, how did that even happen? It's almost impossible. All right. So what I do is, when you cut it with the pipe cutter, you get a little bit of a, what do you call that? A ridge in there. I use a Phillips head bit to grind that out. It works. It works. And then we get our flaring tool. Get our fitting on it. It won't fit, so we're gonna have to bend it out a little bit. Bend this out a little bit until that'll go on. It'll slip down. Shit. Shit. Now we're bending this here. Oh my God. The problem about bending this stuff is once you bend it, it gets like work hardened. Oh, what's the rule of thumb here? Okay. We get this is 3/16 brake line. We get it in there so that just enough is sticking above the tool. God damn me to hell. We stick our copper, we stick our brake line in the 3/16 hole, right? Kind of clamp it so you can move it though, right? Still. And then you take your flaring tool and you want to have it just as high as the base of that collar right there. That's about right there. And then tighten it up. Tighten that side up. Tighten this side up. This is where the real leverage is, tightening this side, right? That's right, we don't want it slipping. And then you put your tool in there. All the way down. Why isn't it going all the way down? Why aren't you going all the way down, you son of a bitch? Tap it down. Then you put your die in through the top of the tube, like that. And then we take our press, and we press. This part is kind of depressing. No. Put this in here like this, right? And then we press this die down until it's flush with the tool. Here we go. Until it stops right there. Back it off. Take it out. You have part one of a double flare. That would be a single flare. Isn't that called a bubble flare? I'm not sure. And then we do part two, where we drive this tapered part of the press into our single flare, right, like that. And we clamp that down to get, that should be good. Oh boy, that's a shitty looking double flare. Let's do a little more. Huh. Here we go. Keep in mind you don't want a cracked double flare, so we won't go too crazy. And we'll see how that looks. There we go. We got a double flare right there. We'll take this out. And then what we'll do, actually that doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look bad. Okay. We'll put our fitting on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this straight for now. Oh boy. We're going to keep it straight for now. We'll put our fitting on the other end. Okay, then we'll flare this end. Same procedure. I tell you what, you got to have nice weather when you're doing double flares. You don't know that's part of it. You got to be enjoying yourself out here. If you're not enjoying yourself, you might as well stay inside, right? Here we go. Now we take the clip. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a brake line, just like that. Now this is going to go through the top. Now what we want is some tight bends here. Let's see if we can use our fingers to make these bends. Tight 90s. Can we do it without crimping? Tight 90. Not too bad. One more. It's pretty tight. Are we gonna have enough length here? Let's see. This goes down here. Oh, we don't have even close to enough length. Ah! Oh no! Unless we could bend this tighter. What are the chances we could do that, huh? Oh no. Let me get a pair of pliers. Maybe I can help myself a little. What I did is I used these pliers like this in the palm of my hand to make a tighter bend. Look at that 90. Okay, so maybe that might give us a little extra length. Oh, please God. Can we pull this off? I don't think so, but we're gonna try. So we'll grab this here and then we'll bend this like this. Trying not to kink, 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 kinking, kinking, kinking. Oh no, what do we do now? Is that enough length? Oh, it's enough length. What do we do now? It's kinking. Bend with the thumb. Bend with the thumb. Bend with the thumb. Did we do it? We might have done it. We might have done it. This will screw in here. Yes. And this will screw in here. Right? Right? Oh my God. Is it gonna reach? Tell me we did it on our first brake line. We got it. We nailed it. Come on, tell me we nailed it. Put a little twist in it, like that. Guys, I think we nailed it. We nailed it. We nailed it. That's in. That's in. Guys, look at that. That's a legit brake line right there. Come on. All right, it's a little kinked, but I think it's okay. And oh hell, it's the rear brake anyhow, right? Hey. Okay, so we're gonna make the other crossover piece, and I think we could do that one off camera. I'll tighten this one, but I'm not going to tighten this one because it's a little dirty in there, and we still have to pump the we're just going to leave it like that for now. Okay, so here we go. We got another line made. This one took me 2 tries. It is aggravating when that happens. All right, screw this one in the top, see if that fits. That's bottom one in, top one in. Maybe we can make that look a little prettier. Probably not what you're supposed to do when you're handling brake lines, but there you go. So our master cylinder is not bled yet, so we're not going to connect these lines. There we go. That'll run in. That'll run in. So our master cylinder is piped into our proportioning valve. So next, we're going to use this port on this side, because this port, if I bend it across this way, it interferes with this hose. If I bend it down and over this way, it's going to interfere with the throttle linkage. So if we go this way, back, and then kind of under and across, we can make a straight line right to where we got to go. So what we'll do is we'll bend a 90 here, and we could do this by thumb. This has got to be a gradual 90. Doesn't have to be crazy bend. We'll use a little bit of this. This is a nice tool here in the palm of our hand to bend a tighter 90. That's it. And from here, see, we got this 90 here. So from here, then we want to go from this 90 to the back wall. Which we'll have to measure. From here to here is 5.5 inches. So what we'll do is 5.5. We want our bend to happen right here. 5.5 inches. We want our bend to happen right here. So the bottom of our bend, I can bend this by hand. So we'll do a 90 right there, like that. So we should be able to come in from under here, come up this way, and yes, and install our fitting. Look at that. Guys, that's pretty. That's pretty. Can you see that? Oh yeah. See guys, brake lines are fun. They're fun. And then it goes across here, and we'll work out some of these kinks here. Try to get you in better. The theme of this show are brake lines are fun. Okay, so we want to avoid the throttle linkage, so we'll do a bend up here, and then no, we should do the bend over here. Huh. Let's mark it. Let's mark it with a marker that I don't have. Oh, here it is. So we'll bend it up here, and then we'll straighten it here. Okay. Take it out. Well, could I do that from while it's inside the car. Straighten this out. That didn't have to happen. Yes. Bend it up there. Then across here. And then we're right to the fitting. And then in here. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Beautiful. And now that we're over here, we'll go, if we go in here, right? In here, then it out here. Oh, we're not going to be able to do all that fancy work. If we did this, if we bent it out here, right? Out here, and then over like this, right? And then we 90 it in. But before we 90 it in, let's flare it and put a fitting on the end of it. Yes. Yes. But we have to get the fittings for this before we can do that. Shit. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have to get the fittings before we can do that. Okay. Hi, it's me from the future. That's right. And if you're watching this video, I didn't have an ending for it. So what I want to say is I have to get fittings. I have to order some fittings for that line lock, and then we can move forward. So that's it for today. But just trust me, stay tuned to the car show. It's going to get good or bad, expensive, and I'm on the brink of going to an insane asylum. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next time.